First and foremost, appreciate you accepting the invite. You know what I mean? Definitely
For
love,
sure.
bro.
For sure. I
Definitely some.
appreciate the extending the invite yourself.
Yeah. You already know. Let me get this started. Welcome to About That Action. I'm your host, Will, and I interview people from all over the world. I understand that it takes more than just wishing and wanting to make things happen, but it takes action. And because of that, I have a special guest, Washington D.C. artist, BJ Banks. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
Ain't nothing much, man. Cooling, man. So yeah, man, let's just get this started. You can start with your name, where you from. I know you grew up in DC. Talk about a little bit about that.
Yeah. My name BJ Banks. I'm from Northwest Washington D.C. Not too far from the White House.
Okay.
The area that I'm from is nothing like the White House, or nothing like anything down there.
Right,
Uh,
right.
yeah, man, I had a very interesting career up to this point. Um, I'm a reality rapper. I speak about things that I deal with on a day to day and things that I see
Right.
people deal with. You know what I mean? Just released a new visual to my latest single, 28 grams. It's out right now, so y'all go check that out on YouTube. Yeah, man, I'm working, bro.
Right, right. So can you talk a little bit about, I guess, a little bit about growing up in DC?
Yeah, what you want to know? Like, I'm
Just
sure.
just a little bit about your upbringing, how you grew up a little, let's touch on it a little bit.
I grew up in a close knit community. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay.
A lot of my friends that I grew up with still around today. You know what I'm saying? I still really those really are my core friends, and still we still vibe like that. And my area was just like any other poverty stricken neighborhood. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Crime, drugs, stuff like that. But it wasn't all bad. It was good times as well. Um, yeah, bro, it was good. I had a great upbringing actually. You know what I'm saying? Up until a certain point where I started getting involved in things myself. I had a great upbringing, bro. Like everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? My childhood was amazing. I had fun at school. I was in school. You know what I'm saying? Like the average things that kids do. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. Now, what influence, I guess, and influenced you to want to rap?
Um, I used to do poetry. I guess it stems from that. You know what I'm saying? As cliche as that sound, but I just always was good with words, and I like to read, and I was English was my favorite subject, so words was my thing. And music always was something that I went to when I felt a certain type of way, or just wanted to vibe out, or whatever the vibe was at the moment. Music was that for me, so it only made sense. I started doing that when I was like 14. I got in the studio, and yeah, it's been up ever since.
I know that I guess the DC is big. I got at one point big on the go-go. I'm not originally from there, but when I moved out there like 2014, whatever, I know. For me, I think go-go. I don't know if it was on his way out, but I started hearing less of it. Does I guess go-go play any part in your music? Any?
And I come from playing in a go-go band myself. You know what I mean? I used to kick for a go-go band when I
Oh,
was a
okay.
teenager. So, yeah, I come from a lot of people, though, in the neighborhoods and all that. You'd be surprised, bro. Like, it's a lot of people that are very talented and have unique skills, especially with music and instruments. You know what I mean? Because that live band was always a part of our upbringing through go-go. You know what I mean? So, um, go-go, I wouldn't say it really is in my music like today or really ever. It just always was something that I always could connect with because again I used to be in the go go. I know what it's like to be there live. It's different than when you just what I'm saying, you just hearing it on the CD or something. It's live, it's a whole different thing. You ever been to a go go?
All right. I never been, man. That's what I said. When I came down here, well, DMV area about late 2014, late 2014, like September, October-ish. But I never been to anything. At that time, I was hearing a little bit on the radio. It was a popular song. I can't even tell you the name of the song that I used to hear constantly on the radio. But like I could say the last 3 or 4 years, I haven't heard, unless I'm on the wrong station, I haven't heard much about anything. I haven't heard a lot of people I did speak to, I guess the way DC is, I guess built, I guess it was a lot of issues, and it became a situation where the young kids got in, I guess, neighborhood beefs, and I guess that kind of trickled down into it.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what was getting a lot of the go-go shut down. You know
Right,
what I mean? A lot of people, it was a lot of people lost their life behind go-go, even the generation before me. You know what I'm saying? My
right,
mom, the generation, like a lot of people was losing their life at the go-go's or something, around go-go. So it just
right,
became something to where I guess the mayor, you know what I'm saying, was just like, man, we gotta shut it down and stop it. And that's pretty much when he moved to Maryland. Like a lot of the go-go's was just only in Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Like, and after that, they had they run. You know what I'm saying? Like they had they run for a few years, really. But after that, it just seemed like rap came and taking over.
Do you see a resurgent? Do you see like a resurgent in go-go coming back, or not really?
I mean, Backyard keeping it alive. I ain't really saying that go-go went nowhere. You got a lot of
Right,
bands
right,
that's
right,
still out here doing their
right,
thing. You know what
right.
I'm
You're right,
saying? A lot of people feed their family off go-go too. So,
right.
you know, you gotta big them up too instead of just thinking about the ones that's not there no more. You know, I think go-go definitely could have a bigger boom like it used to be. You know what I mean? It just got to take the right songs, and they got to open these clubs back up too in the city. I think people got to be in the go-go's for you to really understand go-go. You got to be in the go-go. You got to know what's up with the go-go. You got to stand by that house speaker and let it thump hit you in the chest. You know what I'm saying? You got to feel that. Like you got to see the girls and you got to see the dudes experience that, Brett, to really, really, really understand. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I've never been there, but I always hear about it. The same way you're describing it, they were saying that listen, you got to actually be in it you have to be in it to actually kind of really really feel it because it's nothing like it. Definitely. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of information I was getting. I guess a soundtrack. Matter of fact, name an album that was almost a soundtrack to your teenage years.
Shit, Get Rich or Die Trying. Um,
Yeah.
DMX, I used to the Flesh of My Flesh, Blood is My Blood, John. That was something my pops put me on to that. Um,
Yeah.
I used to listen to a lot of southern music too. So like Lil Flip, Underground Legend.
Mm.
Chameleon was one of my favorite artists back at the time. A lot of people know that. Yeah, it was a lot of 50 Cent too though, a lot of G Unit and like G Unit
Yeah.
and
That's. I
Young
mean,
Buck and stuff like that.
how old are you?
So I'm 29.
Do you know how hip hop is typically, I guess, like a young man game? Do you feel like, and not to say that you're old, but do you feel like your age or whatever could be is a disadvantage or an advantage?
Shit, it's a lane for every artist out here. That's what people don't even understand. It's a lane for everybody. You can do
Hmm.
whatever. Like, Jay-Z is proof of that. I know he like way up there and he has hits on his belt, but still like the fact that he can be 40 years old and still do this music thing like that, that says something because a lot of people that what I'm saying, a lot of people don't. It's not like you said, it's a young man's game. It hasn't grown up because hip hop ain't even really that old compared to other genres anyway. you
Right,
know
right.
so yeah, bro, I think for me, I'm still tapped in. Like I'm like in between. I'm a young nigga but an old nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I still can go and talk to my youngins and go holler at my people. You know what I mean? Like
So do
let
you
them
ever feel
know.
like you ever feel like you behind the eight ball, or you just that you tapped in enough on both sides?
Nah, man. I think I'm involved enough as I should be, bro. You know what I mean? Like with the younger guys, my music is relatable as well because I'm talking kind of in hindsight too a lot of the time. I'm giving a lot of advice. You know what I'm saying? And dropping gems for real. But
Hmm.
for the older dudes, that maturity in my music, that's what that's what kind of what I'm saying gravitates that crowd to me. You know what I mean? And I speak about more mature situations and from a different perspective. I ain't just saying it. We could be talking about the same thing, but I'm not saying it in the same way that the next man
Right,
will. You know what I mean?
right, 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 right. So I guess with the go go and even do you You say it seemed like you listen to a lot of on the east. Nah, I want to say East Coast. I say like it was a G Unit X, a lot of New York music. Where do you feel like I guess your sound come from?
Man, you tell me. I don't know, bro. I really just let my mind do what it do. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I like again. I feel like I'm so versatile, bro. It's really no way to categorize my music. It's just reality. You know what I'm saying? It's just reality, bro. Like
Hmm.
and even with that though, when people say reality, that sounds like some just hip hop born old type stuff. But it's not even just that. Like I got crank, bro. Like I got stuff that really be in these clubs and on the stations and be knocking. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah,
Now I say that because me, you know what I mean, being coming from New York, you give me that vibe. You give me a vibe like what I grew up to, a Kiss or the
yeah.
likes of people that can
I for sure came up
or
listening to real
Siegel.
rap.
So,
I for
but
sure
I
came up listening to real rap, but this shit ain't real rap right now. I came up listening to real rap though,
and I could hear that from you. That's what I'm trying to
for
say. So
sure.
when I hear that, you know what I mean. I could hear. I don't know how much influence you got from Siegel or the Locks or X. I could hear that type of flow and the punchlines and stuff like that.
I appreciate that. That's a
Nah, nah,
compliment, bro.
nah.
I appreciate that.
What? Listen, 100%. That's why I say, yo, let me. I got to tap in with you. I heard, and I think I heard the track. I think one of your first songs. I can't remember the title. It was Green. It was Green. I don't
Green
want to mess it
thoughts.
up. I know. There you go. That's the time. That's the first time I heard you. I was like, yo, I got to tap in with him because he not um the way you rap it. You from DC in this area, but you give me that New York Siegel, Kiss, Locks type of vibe.
I done heard it all, bro. I done heard it
Nah,
all.
that definitely, bro, definitely. Um, Another track I thought was dope. The legacy track. How did that come about? That I don't know if that's go per se, but I guess it felt like it was live music or something like that.
Yeah,
It
I
definitely
mean,
bring a
damn. Now that you say that,
whole different vibe, bro. I'm telling you.
yeah, now that you say that, bro, like it do got that go swing to it. You can kind of, you can hear that, but
Hmm.
uh, like in the making of it, like the word go didn't even come up once. You know what I mean? It wasn't even like we was attempting to do a go sounding track or nothing. Like shout out to my boy Jay, produced by Jay. He
Hmm.
made the beat and he hit me one night and just was like, I'm gonna tell this story forever because he will remember. He hit me like, man, hey, bruh, man, I got something that's gonna make us rich. So I was like, all right. So I ended up coming to a studio the next day. Came to a studio, I listened to it, and I
Hmm.
immediately, got to work on it. I got to work on it. Then I took it to my main studio that I was recording at the time, and yeah, we laid it, bro. We mixed it. We took our time with it. We really tried and error with it. You know what I mean? Like try to get it sonically right. And
And the,
yeah, bro, that's good. What's
Nah,
that?
it feels good. If now I'm saying the joint feel good. It feels right for me. It feels like you said. You say you got that $1 million track. For me, I feel like damn, this shit the world need to hear right now because this shit, all the shit that's going on right now, it does give me that telling you me give me the whole New York vibe, and you give me like a real you're a real like you come from that era where listen you have to know how to rap. There's nowhere hell you can't be in. You have to know how to rap and hold your own weight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even much of a freestyler, man. Like I'm a writer, bro. Like I got a homie, man, right now that's locked up. Free my man Fat Swag. He used to just
Hmm.
like go off the top all day, like freestyle, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I never was really one of those dudes that could do that. I always said that was crazy how he could do that shit, bro. Like, Swag used to do that shit like crazy. But you know, I was always a writer when it comes to that with that pen, bro. And I can sit down and collect my thoughts because that was really therapy, and that's how I started doing the music anyway. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So me sitting down writing, bro, it's a done deal. Good luck to whoever even on the record with me. You know what I mean? Good luck,
Nah, the real talk. So when you started rapping,
man. You talking about like in the studio or like
and you not just regular, yeah.
young,
When you just
young,
started,
young, bro? Like 8. I remember
sheesh.
writing raps like 8. But I used to do some magician shit to record, dog. Like tape recorder, stop it and pause it and shit, and had a beat playing in the background, and I was on some advanced shit just to record on tape. You know what I mean? In the house.
Nah, definitely. So when did you start putting it on, like in the studio type stuff?
My man Blackface took me to the studio. I was like 14. My man Pounds that lived in my building. Shout out my man Pounds. He introduced me, not introduced me, because they was older dudes from my block anyway, so they didn't see me grow up. Nobody just knew I was really rapping. And my man Pounds, he knew I was rapping for real. So, man, Pounds walked me over there, right to the next building. It was a huddle, mob of dudes, bro. I'm like young as shit, you know what I mean? Mob
Yeah.
of dudes. They over there rapping. He like, man, my young nigga can rap, man, let him rap. And so I went right there. I think I spit something that I had already written. I impressed everybody. Then, you know, at that time, I think I was trying to show up. I started rapping and talking about certain things that people had on, clothes and shoes and shit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? True story, bro. And then my man took me to the studio, bro. That's how it happened. Matter of fact, the first time I ever been to the studio, my man his group was supposed to open up for Cameron at Howard Theater, but Cameron got shot.
Yeah. I remember that time you came
Not
out there.
Howard
Yeah.
Theater, Howard University. I'm sorry, not Howard Theater, Howard
Yeah.
University. I'm sorry.
I remember when I remember him get shot, but that's interesting in itself to hear that you even intertwined with that a little bit.
Yeah, that was the
Right.
first, and the show, it started raining too, so the show didn't go on, right? So because the show didn't go on, the studio that was involved with the whole showcase, they just threw us a couple free hours. You know what I mean? And that's how that was my first time in the studio.
So I guess from studio rapping, you've been 15 plus years.
Yeah, yeah, I'm out
What
there, bro.
what keep you, I guess, pushing, keep you motivated to continue to do what you're doing?
I love to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm figuring out and learning new things every day, bro. You know what I mean? So it's just because I love to do it.
Mhm.
I
Is
enjoy
it
I enjoy sitting and tweaking my music myself. I enjoy sitting and mixing. I enjoy, you know what I'm saying, fine tuning my vocals. That's just stuff that I enjoy doing myself. And then it's not to mention it just sounds sweet on top of that, you
right,
know.
right.
So it's yeah, bro. It's really nothing to it until I'm just tired of doing it. I mean, you know, it's whatever. You listen to it,
It,
you listen to it. If you don't, you don't. But if you
yeah,
don't, I feel like you're missing out on a lot of good music because I'm putting a lot of good shit out, bro. You know,
right. Is there any pressure to prove yourself?
prove myself, dude.
Prove yourself to that people, or prove yourself to yourself?
I ain't really trying to prove myself to myself. I feel like, man, I just need to take it day by day. The universe gonna line things
Hmm.
up for me the way it's supposed to, long as I put my best foot forward. You know what I mean? Long
Hmm.
as I be smart and not just do any move and make the right move. You know, I feel like, you know, it'll send a calling back to me, and I figure it out because that's how it's been going on for me this whole time. You know, a lot of good things have happened for me, and I can't tell you how. It's just been the right place at the right time, right people, you know? So,
Right.
yeah, I don't feel like it's really nothing to
What
prove.
do-
I
what
mean, what am I topping, you know?
right?
What am I
What do
topping?
you what do
Like,
you
yeah, that's what I'm saying. What am I topping?
right? Yeah. What do you think stops, I guess, other people from not quitting and giving up, even in your situation or any situation, trying to pursue something,
What stops them from not giving up?
from giving up sometimes, from wanting to throw in the towel or quit, or even in,
Look,
let's keep it the rap. What stops some artists from wanting to quit or whatever, or give up?
man, niggas gotta have a passion for it, first of all, bro.
Hmm.
It can't be something that you're looking at as a steal. You know, you can't be looking at this like you about to make some money real quick and then you about to roll or whatever the case may be. And sometimes it works out like that for people, but it's not like that for everybody. So, you know, you gotta have a passion for it, dog, and you gotta really believe that you're gonna be able to get through and get where you're trying to go. You
Right.
know, you gotta know that. It gotta be beyond a belief. You gotta know that. You know what I mean? Like my whole thing I always say is It's just a matter of people hearing my music. It's not even about them liking it, because
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been in a situation where, me personally, it's not being, you know what I'm saying, arrogant or anything, but I haven't been in a situation where somebody has heard my music for the first time and they didn't like it, you know.
Right.
And that's
Right.
ever. I'm saying like the entire 15 we talking about, 15 years we talking about, like never.
So do you feel it? Do you feel like you always? Do you feel like you always supposed to be right now, or do you? Or
Nah,
are
no,
there
no,
some
no, not
times where
at
you
all.
frustrated? Right.
I used to, bro. But I used to before I had to sit down and really have an understanding with myself, bro. Like, it was a whole lot of things that I didn't do over the years that people would tell me to do, like advice wise, and there was a whole lot of things that people, or that I thought that I should have just did myself, but never got around to it, or I ain't had a bread to do that shit, or whatever the case may be growing up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I take fault with that. Like, it's a lot of things that I could have done. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
it's a lot of things I
Right.
know I could have done. You know what I mean? That could have, you know, it could have altered the way that it went, altered the matrix a little bit. You know,
Right.
but I don't put that on nobody. I used to, and once I came to that understanding, it's like, okay, boom. Now we know it's cool. Now I know to pay attention and really, you know what I mean, like, be intent with my moves. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Right.
just
Right.
do things just to do things. Like, I got to be smart about it and make the right move. You know what I mean? So that's where it's at. That's what keeps me from even getting frustrated anymore.
Right. Right.
Real shit.
Definitely.
Real shit.
No. 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 Now, real talk. With the, I guess the evolution of hip hop from, if you like, I study hip hop, and I love it. So even from the beginning to now, do you feel like hip hop is in the, I guess, in the, where's that right now today, in the evolution is good? Is it we in a good space?
Again, I mean, when you was growing up, then you have good rap and bad rap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Polarity, man. It gotta be balanced. It gotta be balanced, man. How you know it's good rap if you can't compare it to the trash ass rap? You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Let people make music. If you feeding your folks, good job.
Right. Right. What's your thoughts, I guess, on this whole drill music thing, man?
I fuck with it. I fuck with real drill music too, though. Like, I ain't talking
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
like, you
Yeah.
know, they got Chicago drill, then they have New York drill. I'm talking about drill. It was that shit come from London. I fuck with that shit too. Like, I
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah.
it.
I heard
It's
some. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I see everybody putting their
Yeah,
little
it's
twist on
cool.
it.
It's cool. On the
Most
drill,
definitely. What the? Yeah. Say that
yeah.
again.
I'm saying you said they was putting their twist on the drill.
I said every I feel like every state or whatever, like New York got their own thing, Chicago got their own thing. I said everybody putting their little twist on it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
did hear some of the London stuff too. And you're right. I think that I remember hearing it is the originated from over there, right?
yeah. That's where that shit come from. Even the beats, the exact beats, Pop Smoke use that
Yeah,
switch, that break that people
yeah,
be familiar with. That's the exact beats
yeah.
that come from over there. So, you know, I really come from listening. Yeah, I listen to all type of things, man. You be surprised what's on my playlist.
Right. With everything with hip hop, you got the recent death of Nipsey, recent death of King Von, recent death of Mo 3, Pop Smoke. Do you feel, I guess, you have to move accordingly, or you should move accordingly with all the
Yeah,
things that's just going on?
I ain't move accordingly every day. Just in general, the
Hmm.
world crazy. It ain't about rap. I mean, yeah, you rap depending on what you talking
Right, right, right,
about in your rap. You know, you gonna invite that energy right. You gonna invite that energy right back to you. So, you know, I
right,
ain't got too much to worry about. I'm talking to my people. I ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying, smoking and shooting and op rap and all that stuff. Nothing
right,
wrong
right,
with
right,
it.
right,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is something wrong with it to me, but do your thing. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, bro, that ain't what I'm on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hollering at my folks. And,
right,
you know, every day is just, it's wild. We live in, I come from DC, bro. Like, I ain't talking about this I ain't talking about Washington. I ain't talking about this new DC. I come from DC, bro. You got to go in a
Right,
house when the
right,
street lights come on, bro. Like, you know, this
right.
this it's just been my regular everyday. You know what I mean? My neighborhood was always, you always got to be on point. You never know. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is.
Nah, 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 definitely. Um, Even with the evolution of hip hop, you got the new thing, you got verses, the verses that have been coming on TV for the culture. How you feel about that? Have you watched that?
The
You watched
verses
them verses battle? How you feel about that for the culture? That's
for sure.
another lane for hip hop.
Yeah, that shit tight. You know what I'm saying? You can celebrate. It's not really a versus. It started off, I
Celebration.
guess, as one. Yeah, but it's a celebration, bro. Like, you know what I mean? They just playing their greatest music, having a good time. Maybe fried and jokes and all that. It's just a good time. Like, we here. Look, look what we did. Let's just show the new generation what we already did, and then they can understand why they uncles and they fathers or they older cousins is vibing with our music the way, you know what I'm saying, that they are. So yeah, bro, I love that. I love that. That's kind of bridging the gap.
Nah, it does. What's some of your favorite ones, man? Favorite moments?
You know, I rock with the DMX jump. DMX and Snoop
Yeah,
jump was
that
official.
was
Those
that was,
That's
that was the suit.
one of the funniest ones. Then you know the Gucci
Mm-hmm.
the Gucci and Jeezy is
Gee,
classic.
what's your thoughts on that? Yeah, let's stop right there. What's your thoughts on that, man? Is that
Or,
something you
or
could do? That thing kind of kind of sketchy, kind of iffy.
man, it's all about where you at in your life and
Mm-hmm.
what you trying to do, bro. Jeezy took the right route that he thought he was supposed to take, and you can't get mad at him for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was on man time. So however anybody look at it, that's their opinion. But he did what he felt like he had to do. So I respect it, bro. Like, ain't nobody get hurt from it. So from that incident, I'm not talking about the whole situation, but from that particular night, nobody got hurt. So, you
Yeah,
know, what can you say?
yeah. I think one of the key I guess key takeaways in that, when I guess Jeezy was talking about, listen, at the end of the day, we OGs, and we got the youth. The youth out there is watching us, and they're gonna do what we gonna do.
Exactly.
As a right, as an artist yourself, do you feel, and coming up, do you feel obligated to watch what you're doing, and watch what you're saying when you making music?
I do so more so just for my kids, for my sons, because they to the music and like really listening, so they remembering shit. You know what I mean? So I gotta make sure I got
Yeah.
clean versions for the records and all that. You know, but I'm sure for sure. You know, I'm definitely watching what I say and just put out there to the world. Because again, bro, what am I? If I just was saying anything like that, what would I be saying
Hmm.
different than anybody else? I fall right in
Hmm.
line with everybody else. Then what will make me unique? You know what I mean?
Right.
Nothing. So
Right.
you know, of course I do. Of course I watch what I say, and I say what I want to say, but I make sure I say it the right way. You know what I mean?
What verses would you like to see, man? That didn't happen yet. Dead or alive, any genre.
Shit, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could go with the all-time great Tupac and Biggie.
Think that? Yeah. How you think that go? I don't know.
We could
I
throw
mean, you
a
know what?
billion
Yeah.
asses in a hat and pick one. We don't know.
I see that Jay and Nas, man. We see that Jay and Nas one. I even like to see
Yeah, see that.
A Beanie Siegel and Kiss on the stage, man. Just going back to
Hey
back, like,
man,
you know what I mean?
I would enjoy all of those. Everyone you just named, I would enjoy either one. So set it up. Tell them, make the call. Set it up. Shit.
What's some of your y'all got your mainstream artists that's out right now? Who you rocking with right
Uh,
now that's kind of making noise?
I fuck with Gates. I fuck with Dolph.
Gates hard. I ain't really get a chance. People told me to check out Dolph though.
I mean, I fuck with Dolph. I fuck with Rick Ross. I listen to a lot of different music right now, though, bro. Like You know, you get in the car with me, bro. You fuck around, listen to some reggae. You know what I'm saying? We be on some other shit over here, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
my musical taste is vast. You know what I mean? So it's it's a lot. We can be in. But I listen to most of the common rappers, bro. Lil Baby, I rock with Lil Baby. He be flowing the baby be flowing. I
The
rock with
baby.
everybody. Most people that the common Lil Durk, all of the ones.
Nah, Dirk, he going off right now. He on everything right now.
For sure. Shout out Next Level Convo. That's my dog right there. They be holding it
Okay,
down.
okay,
They like one of the top blog sites in the area too. Y'all follow Next
okay,
Level
okay.
Convo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, I saw the I guess the screenshot you put far as they got the top DMV artists. Where do you? It was no ranking, but where would you rank yourself?
You said
I
the
don't think it was.
screenshot?
I saw you put something on. I think it was you, right? You put
It was
something on
my story. Nah, I
your
just
story, not
reposted
your
it. I just
screenshot.
reposted that.
But one of my question is, where would you put yourself? Where would you rank yourself?
Now, of course I'm number one. Come on, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on, bro. Who talking shit like me? You know what I mean? Come on, bro. But
They
everybody, that's what they all should think. Of course.
right, 100%. But one thing they left out is number 10. Who would you? There's a 10 slot that's open. Who you
They
think should
put
get that
they
10?
they ended up changing it. They put I am no fees right there for the 10th slot. I think that was
Okay,
deserved. I think that was
okay.
well deserved. I am no fees be rocking. He be doing him.
And some of them I gotta check out. And some of the names I'm not familiar with.
Yeah,
But
bro. That's it.
I'm definitely gonna get in
Man,
touch with
look,
some of them.
we got some of the best artists here if you dig through and really find, you know what I mean, like the real artists. We got some of the best artists. You know what I mean? Like even down to cameras and videographers, we got some of the best. I've been a lot of places, bro. I seen a lot of shit. I seen a lot of people videos. I seen a lot of everything, bro. DC is we setting the bar right now.
Hmm.
People just gotta they gotta really just be a little bit more creative and bring it a little bit more. But man, we looking sweet, bro. Like when it comes to the look, we got it down pat. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think is? I guess I don't want to say holding y'all back or stopping y'all from getting that type of exposure that y'all looking for.
I mean, like I say, we gotta be more creative. I think just like a lot of people know, like that DMV flow is it's an acquired sound. You know what I mean? It's not for everybody. You might have a group that like it, but you might have a group that don't. You know what I mean? So that's as long that's a local sound. That's something that's only really here. So as long as that's like that, and you got a lot of rappers just kind of creating that wave of that, continuing that, and there's nothing wrong with that. They can do them if that's how they try and eat. But when you go on national, you're gonna have to give them a different sound because these people in Arkansas don't know nothing about no DMV flow. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like these
right.
people all over this country, man. Like you gotta cater to them too because there's so much more out there than just this area. You know what I mean? And a lot of people maybe they ain't seen it yet. I was one of the ones that was lucky enough to see that at a young age. I was, you know, already traveling and moving around myself. So yeah, bro. Like that'd be the only thing. You know, that if we want to take our sound beyond this area and really still remain true to the sound, we got to do it in a more creative way. And in that
Hmm.
way, you know, I think it'll broaden the audience a lot more.
I agree. But I mean, do you? Because when I think about like let's say Pop Smoke, or I'm using him as an example. He come he took a sound that's probably for just Brooklyn. And he brought it to the masses, or a Bobby
Well,
Smurder
look
that came
though,
out and he
that's
took his
already
sound and took like oh Bobby Smurder, the Smurder thing, and they came out and kind of took it, and then the world caught on. Now everybody wanted to do at that time wanted to do the Smurder dance. Everybody wanted to do the other dance.
you have those ones that peek through the threshold and become massive hits, of course. You know what I'm saying? That pushes that sound forward, of course. But think about however many that has just been, just in the pipeline that didn't get through. You know what I mean? Because they sounded
That's a
like the
fact.
next one. That's the thing. You kind of lower your chance. You become one out of a billion at that point. You know.
Right.
And that's
Right,
what, and
right.
also like even with the Pop Smoke drill thing, I can't say that either because it's a sound that was already, see, UK already was, that was already an international sound already known to be from the UK. So once this was a thing over here in the States, I feel like people kind of picked up to it because they heard it before. It was kind of familiar to them because it was already, it just came over here too many times. You know what I mean? Drake done played around with it. And that's the biggest artist we have here. So, you know, I just feel like that's different. That one is a little different. The Bobby Shmurda one, okay, that probably would be true.
Now I hear what you're saying. I mean, because sometimes you don't even subconsciously you don't even know that they kind of sneaked it into
Exactly.
the way they produce the beats and play the beats.
Exactly.
And you're right. And Drake kind of play with a little bit of everything at this point.
That's what I'm saying. So it's already familiar, you know, and once it's familiar, you more liable to give it a shot. You know what I mean? It didn't sound bad the first time. Why not? You know what I mean? That's the mind frame you kind of get for. So yeah, but I think that definitely assisted because it was already a sound all over there. That definitely assisted for that to
Right.
become bigger than Brooklyn.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So we just had I guess the recent death Black Rob, man. Yeah,
For sure.
you listen to his music. R.I.P. to Black Rob. Condolences to
Yeah,
his
I ain't gonna
family.
count. I ain't gonna count.
Definitely.
I ain't listen to him too much. I know his
You ain't
big. I know his hit though. I know his hit.
right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah, yeah.
I ain't tapping into him. I was too young. Or the people that was around me, they wasn't really listening to that. But you know, I for sure.
It might have been a New York thing.
I mean, I ain't saying that either. I ain't saying that either. I'm just saying my experience. That's all. Because it's like from what I'm hearing, I don't know. People could be welling, but from what I'm hearing, you know, a lot of people was fans of his now that he passed. They speak up about it. So you know,
Yeah, yeah, he had a couple of like I was in tune definitely that's the time the whole Bad Boy era and stuff was kind of kicking off and
right?
Rough Rider whole era. So he was kind of and that was the time I'm sure you remember this time when Bad Boy had everything on lock at that point. Everything
Yeah,
was going through Bad Boy. They was selling
of
out.
course,
They was on top of the world at
of
that
course.
time. Right. So a lot of things they was talking about, I guess, and one of the things that I don't know you could probably maybe speak to, they were kind of giving, Diddy backlash far as is he responsible for is the label or the person your big homie responsible for the artist once they
Nah.
no? Because
I
he was
mean,
getting a
on
lot of
some,
backlash about that.
yeah, on some man shit. Of course, you like, man, that's your man. Go pick him up. But
Right,
it's
yep.
like, you know, at the same time, man, we all men. And I'm sure Black Rob or whoever, not to just specify, like go to him, but anybody, I'm sure, you know, they had their own nice amount of money too that they probably fucked up. And, you
Right,
know,
yeah.
people got to be held accountable for self as well. And that's the hard truth
Yep.
about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and then you don't even want to be in a position where you got to give somebody like the big homie the option to whether he should do
Mm-hmm.
something for you or not. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't just handle yours when you get it. Do what you're supposed
Right.
to do. Now I done fucked up some money, bro. I done really, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to get it back. You hear me? But
Right.
real talk, like once you get it, you gotta know how to maintain it and manage your money.
But I think the thing that you touched on, and that sometimes I was kind of iffy about. I look at it at one point. I look at it as if you working a regular job. See, you dealing with this, a regular job in Walmart. You leave the job, something happened. That's not up to them. How you do your money, how you manage your money, that's gonna be on you. That's one aspect, and the other aspect is like he was kind of looking like almost like you said, the big homie or the big brother. So it's like, damn, you don't really want to see your homie fucked up, messed up.
Yeah,
So
but
you know what
again,
I
like
mean?
you allow him that position to even make that decision.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? And it ain't even have to be like that if you would have just been on your shit first. So
and that
let's be accountable.
no, 100%. I definitely agree. Another recent death, we got DMX. You spoke on him and how I guess he was. Influential is a correct word for, I
Yes,
guess,
sir.
for
Yes, sir.
your upbringing.
Bro, I read that man book when I was locked up, bro. Like real talk. Like, man, I fuck with DMX. My pops introduced me to his music. You know what I mean? As a young dude. So for sure.
How did I guess how did it hit you when he passed? What was thoughts that going on? Did it bring you back, I guess, to when you was growing up, or to
I'm if of course though. You know, I ain't go streams music and do all that fake shit. I
yeah, yeah,
didn't do
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
But you know, it is like damn, you know what I mean? I know a lot about this dude, you know what I mean, just from being a fan of his music and reading
Right.
his book and understanding him from excuse me, from his childhood. So um yeah, bro, of course it's sad, but death don't really hit me in that type of way these days.
Hmm.
It's different, bro. I grew up in DC. Again, like I say, death is different. It's not the same as when death used to happen maybe in 95 or 98, you know?
Right, right. Nah. It's definitely been a high level of death, even living out here or just living back home. It just lately, it just feel like it's been like through the roof with it. One of the things they was talking about is, I guess, giving flowers to people like before they go, even when he passed away. Who is someone that you would like to give their flowers to now?
Shit, me. You heard my record? I got a record called Flowers. I just dropped a video for this year. For sure.
Yes,
I got a
sir.
record called Flowers. Give me my flowers while I still can smell them.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
definitely.
Go check that out. It's on YouTube right now, featuring my man Uncle John. But yeah,
Yes.
real talk. Like, look, man, I just feel like if you great, it should be whether it's acknowledged or whether it isn't acknowledged, man. Do you? You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You know what you are. You know the people that you impacted, and I'm sure you know at that height and that caliber where these artists are, their bank account reflects that. So
Hmm.
you know, do you, man? You can't fall into that and focus on that shit, dog. Like,
Right.
yeah, bro, just do you.
Right. So you got the Say Less brand. That's talk about that. That's your brand.
Yeah. It's brands with my two business partners, Les and Dale. Dale Fargo is another artist from Northeast DC. Nice artist, bro. Check him out too. Um,
Okay.
but yes, we got a brand called Say Less. We just got the socks, but the socks sold out now. But
Okay.
we got some sweatsuits coming out. Um, you know, it's a lot of things in line, but we people know us from just selling T-shirts. We was
Uh-huh.
the T-shirt dudes. You know, we press you up something real quick and get it right. You know what I mean? And that was the thing for about 2 summers. We sold over maybe 1,000 T-shirts hand to hand, bro.
Sheesh.
You know what I mean?
So
Just
where we taking it? You taking it further? You gonna get into more merch stuff?
oh yeah, like the thing, the stuff we about to drop now is full. It's like real clothes. It's like it ain't even just
Okay.
like no press type thing. It's like real clothes and stuff. So I mean that's all credited to my man Les. Y'all follow Say Less Brand DC. You know what I mean? Les, he the brains and he the one that really comes up with it. We sit and we get behind him and we decide it and we throw up our ideas as well. But you know we really pretty much follow bro point on this. And yeah, man, we doing us, bro. Again, like I said, we just known as having the T-shirts, bro. And that's where it started. And that's what got our brand name up. We done hit DCTV. We did a whole lot of stuff, bro. Endless pop up shops, like hand to hand in them too. You know what I mean? So
That's
for
that's
sure,
the best way to go, man.
for
That
sure,
the word to that word of mouth. Get out
yeah,
there.
for sure.
What's been the most challenging, I guess, part of this journey, your career?
Balance,
Hmm.
balance, like with life. You know what I'm saying? Not just with the music, but with life too. You know what I'm saying? Just balance. Um,
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it though, bro. I don't really have no issues, bro. I'm smooth sailing out here, dog. I got men in all four corners of this city. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
I move how I move. You know what I'm saying? Respectful and respect it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Yes, my fault, my fault. I don't have no worries
No, you good.
and nothing really. You know, I can't really tell you something that's like difficult
Right.
for sure.
What um so you're a black man, you raising two black kings, alike. What
Yeah,
what's I guess what's your thoughts, I guess, on, a lot of the police killing, especially you're a black man, you raising two kings. What's your thoughts in about that?
shit. I got a record called Black in America that tells you my thoughts on that as well, bro. Like, so I'm
Say that
saying
again.
that
Say that track again.
I got a record called Black in America. It tells
Okay,
you
okay, let
my
me check that
exact
out.
thoughts on it. Yeah, I got a video on YouTube for it right now. Like I told
Hmm.
you from the gate, bro. It's reality music. I talk about everyday life. So all these things that you bringing up, that's that we deal with in reality. I might got something that I've already spoke about. You know what I mean? So
Right,
again, like go check that out. It's called Black in America. It's on YouTube right now.
right,
But
right, definitely.
I feel like every other black man, bro. Like, how else do we feel? You know what I mean? But
Right,
I'm just at the point where it's like, all right, what we doing? If we ain't doing
right,
nothing, you know what I mean? I ain't about to get all emotional about it. That's what it is, emotions. I'm not gonna let them keep triggering emotions. So,
right, right.
what we doing? If we ain't doing nothing, then okay, cool.
Or even how, even I guess, even about even raising your two, even your two kings, your two kids. How do you, what I guess, what information that you got to lock in with them and tell them?
Well, they're not old enough yet, so I ain't really had that conversation with them. But I'm I'm anticipating it for sure. I'm not really sure what I'm going to say, but I'm gonna just keep it as real as possible, and that's why I ain't really planning it because
Right, right,
it's
right,
something that I know. It's something that I know from experience. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something that I've dealt with my whole life growing up. I moved from around my way. I moved off my block when I was like 20 years old. So we talking about my first 20 years of life. Already a convicted felon at 16. You know what I mean? So you know I ain't really got to prep it. I don't really know what I would say to him yet, but I know, everything that you would say to him, but it's just
right,
not
right,
planned.
right.
It's just not planned because it's going to be natural. And I want them to understand it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to, they're going to tune that shit out
Nah, that's
for
that's a
sure.
fact. And this is gonna be my last question. What how you want your, I guess, your legacy to be when it's
Like, I just want everybody to know that I did what I was sent here to do. I'm here to spread knowledge, to be aware and know self. You know what I'm saying? That's what bank stand for. My name, if people been following me since I was like a younger dude, like high school, even after high school, when I was running with Maserati music and all that, like my name just was BJ. It wasn't BJ Banks, but that Banks is acronym. It's an acronym for be aware and know self. And that's what I try
okay,
to remind myself. That's what I remind myself all the time, bro. Like it's like me telling myself, it's like a command. BJ, be aware and know self. You know what I'm saying? Like
dope,
you gotta
dope.
you gotta stay on point at all times and know who you are. Don't let nobody trick bag you and trick you out your position, bro. So for sure that's what I want my legacy. I want people to understand and know. I came here and did what I was meant to do.
Hmm.
Whether that was to impact my dudes around me or take to I probably was sent here just to give birth, just to not give birth, but to bring forth my sons. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Ain't no telling what greatness my sons might do. You know,
Right,
and especially with the way I'm setting them up. Ain't no telling. I'm trying to make sure they're ahead of the game. So,
right.
and their mom is the same way. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So for sure, you know, yeah, bro. Hey, that could have been my whole purpose right there, just to bring forth them two dudes and they come change the world. You hear me?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
That's
truly
what we gotta
believe
be
that
thinking
too.
about too. Yeah.
Yeah, I truly
Yeah. That's
believe that
definitely another way, a dope way of looking at things.
for sure.
You supposed to get them through the world safely and give them enough information so they could lead the people where they gotta lead them.
If you knew better, you do better. So, I'm just gonna make sure they know all they can know.
Yeah, definitely. So, again, man, thank you for doing this with me. Thank you for accepting my invite. Yo, I
So,
appreciate this, bro. For those that watching, please like, share, comment. You can follow me on Instagram. I am About That Action. You can follow me on YouTube, About That Action TV, youtube.com/About That Action TV. Yeah, tell them where to find you, bro. Tell them where to find you, where to get your music, where to stream it, where to get
shit,
the
I'm right
shirts,
up there.
all that.
Man, I'm right up there. Follow me at BJ Banks. Click the little arrow right up under our name and shit. Do that
Here
shit
you
right
go.
now. Right now. But BJ Banks, BJAYBANKS. You know, go get Quarantine 2 right now. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, all streaming platforms. Pop shit is out. 28 grams. I just put the video out for that. I got shit going on, bro. Flowers is out right now. Legacy is out right now. Man, go tune in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really putting music out here into the world that really it might help you. You know, it might help you get through your day to day. You never know. So go check
And
me
I can
out.
attest to that. You speaking fire, bro. Yo, so I
I
definitely
appreciate that, bro.
salute you. Definitely a spitter. Oh, one of the before we go, definitely that freestyle you did was dope as shit. The one you did with
Which one?
that's with
Oh,
the one with the DMV artist when y'all did the video of it.
the
I can't
hottest
remember it.
DMV hottest site. Yeah,
That joint was hard as shit, man.
yeah.
So
I
definitely,
appreciate that, bro. And
nah, you
look,
said I
hey,
definitely.
look,
What's
that was
up?
a drill beat.
Yeah, you went over. I'm like, damn, this
See,
nigga went off on that shit too,
see,
bro.
that was a drill beat. See,
Yeah, that shit went off, man. So I definitely could attest to you. Your shit go hard though, for real. So
man, I
definitely,
appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
you already know. So appreciate that, bro. You have a good day. Stay blessed. I'm definitely continue to check your shit out.
Man, Ron, and everybody in the comments, man, shout out my block. I seen y'all in here. Y'all be smooth.
Yes. All right, brother. Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.